So, I have this idea, right, about Naomi, and I'm doing a little fantasy booking, and, stay tuned. You want to talk about it? Let's go. Hey, what's going on YouTube land? It's your boy TJ and welcome to my YouTube channel Wrestling Nostalgia, where I get my wrestling content on these videos. And today we are talking about my girl, Naomi. I definitely had to get the shirt, to support my homegirl in her world championship win, even though it was last year. Probably one of the greatest cash-ins of all time, either women or men. Like, it was smart, nobody saw it coming, and she did a masterful job, okay? Kudos to sis. But anywho's, we're talking about Naomi and her final match. Because as we all know, Naomi is not going to be in WWE long. She said that she want kids. She want to do the whole mom thing. And then with her being a mom now, I don't think she's going to have much longer. Maybe like another contract after this current one runs out. That's what I'm thinking. And as we all know, whether it's an injury or I guess pregnancy too, the contract freezes. So she has to fulfill the rest of her contract, and then I guess she will go on her last contract, I guess, to re-sign. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm hoping to happen anyway. And then she's going to be out of there. I think she's like, 37, 38 or whatever. And aging beautifully, might I add. But let's just go get right into it, right? Her last match. Should it be Bianca Belair? Should it be Jade Cargill, her arch nemesis? Nah, I don't think it should be either one of those. It should be Mercedes Moné, aka Sasha Banks. Yes. How we gonna get there? Hey, as we all know, Mercedes is in AEW, but might I add, she did say that WWE is her home in the interview. I could insert the clip.
Everybody. The hardest decision I've ever had to make in my whole life.
I know I'm going to be back there one day.
Go. Okay, so it's not over. Like I said, I have a lot of unfinished business.
I think sis is going to come back to WWE. It just won't be in the time frame that we think or want it in. They're like, hey, when he come on time, baby, okay? And in this case, she. So this is my idea, right? As we all know, I did a Fab 4 video, which part 2 is coming out as well. Be on the lookout for that. And I did a fantasy booking, and I predicted that Naomi was going to be with child, and she is. And, in the storyline, I think I said something about, like, Mercedes, taking a dig at her motherhood, this, that, and the third, and everything like that, I think. Or maybe I cut that part out. I'm not completely sure. It's been a minute. But anywho, I feel like this is exactly what should happen. After the separation of the Fab Four, even if, let's say, in this alternate timeline in the future, it doesn't happen, the Fab Four, we could just pair up Mercedes Moné and Naomi. Maybe do like a slow burn into their tag team partnership, and maybe have Mercedes come back in WWE, maybe help Naomi out, come down to the rescue after a beat down from somebody, I don't know, somebody around, let's say Tiffany Stratton and a faction of her own. And let's just be honest, like, Tiffany needs to be a heel, okay? I don't know what y'all see in her as far as a face, but it ain't giving. That project is, okay, sinking real bad. But anywho's, this ain't about her. So anyways, we could do like, one-off tag team match, and then, they separate and do their own thing, separate championship aspirations and stuff like that. Eventually, Naomi and Mercedes Moné should be tag team champions. And then, in the meantime, between time, Mercedes Moné should win the WWE Women's Championship. And then she'll be a double champion. So, we could do the whole Bayley and Mercedes Moné, aka Sasha Banks again angle. But this time with Naomi. Naomi could be the World Women's Champion again. And they could rule the company and everything like that. And then, slowly but surely, Naomi loses her championship against let's just say Stephanie Vaquera. And then after that, this is where the turn angle happens. In the meantime, in between time, this is the women's Queen of the Ring tournament. So Naomi wins it. Sasha Banks and, Mercedes Moné, because I think she's going to go by that name if she does come back to WWE. They are in a tag team championship match against, let's say, Lash and Nia Jax. And then this is where the breakup angle happened. Of course, you know what I'm saying? It goes without saying they could have like slow tension, slow burn. You know, Naomi could lose her championship and she'd be all like, you know, kind of down in the dumps about that. And then Mercedes could be all like, oh, we need to focus on the tag team championships anyway. Like, you can't focus on both. And it's like, girl, what? Contradiction much? Like, girl, you're the champion now. You're the world champion right now. SmackDown. I just lost my Raw women's title. What are you talking about? So then they could kind of get into it with that. And then she could be like, oh, we need to refocus, and this, that, and the third. And then she could kind of throw her little subtle digs or whatever while they're doing like interviews, and she could be all like, oh, you know what I'm saying, cut her off while Naomi is talking, and then she could be like, oh, well, you know what I'm saying, we got this, and no more further questions.
Next question, Tamika. Stop trying to motherfucking play me for you don't get what you need. Next question. Tamika.
Something along the lines to show that there's tension in the air between these two. And then this is when she can say something about like, oh, I guess motherhood got your hormones all up in a tiffy or something like that. She could like say some little smart remarks, slick remarks and stuff like that, where it's like, girl, is you like with me or against me? And then it can have like miscommunication within each other and lose tag team matches and this and the third. And then this is when they kind of like, you know, at odds. And Naomi could be like, girl, I'm really trying with you, but you really testing my luck. This is where Naomi makes her announcement. She said that at SummerSlam is going to be like her last, you know, hoorah after she wins the Queen of the Ring tournament. And then this is where I want to say, let's say a month and a half before the SummerSlam event, this is where they lose the tag team championships. And then this is when the breakup angle happened. Mercedes can use a chair. She could just lay her out, just beat her down, beat her up. They could do like a backstage segment where an interviewer, I don't know, anybody could be like, oh, why did you attack Naomi? That's your best friend to stand a third. She was my best friend. And I'll give my side of the story when I feel like it. Get out of my face. You know how she, you know what I'm saying, the attitude that she be giving and all that other stuff. You know, she gonna bring it. So then this is when she comes out and they could like have a dim, you know what I'm saying, dim the lights and everything and then have the spotlight on her. Because of course, you know, it's symbolic. Like everything is about the boss, okay? I mean, my bad, the CEO. So this is where she be like, Naomi. Bitch, you know exactly why I attacked you. You were a loose end in this tag team. I was the mastermind behind all of this. I was the brains. I was the brawn. I carried this group. And I got tired of carrying you. You said that you're going to retire. You already won Queen of the Ring. And I already seen how you were eyeing my world title. Listen here. This ain't Sasha Banks anymore. This is Mercedes Moné. And I'm not the same competitor that I was a couple of years ago before I came back to this place and took back my division, took back my title that I worked so hard to get at WrestleMania. You nor nobody else will ever get in my way in my division and reshaping everything in the boss's, the CEO's image. So at SummerSlam, Naomi, it's not just your last match. It's your execution. Because I'm going to make sure I send you out of here on a gruntle. Because at SummerSlam, you're going to learn that it's a price to pay when you mess with Mercedes Moné. And then she goes, hey, mic drop. I think I did a pretty good job of, you know, booking that. So this is when we can sell the injury angle or whatever. Like she's been out, like, I guess, like 2 to 3 weeks or something like that. And Maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks is kind of pushing it. So then this is where we get the side of Naomi, and Naomi can be like, you know what? To say that I was blindsided and hoodwinked would be an understatement. Mercedes, Sasha, whoever she is now, was my best friend. No friend would ever do that to me. Yeah, I want Queen of the Ring. We could have had a friendly fade if she wanted to, just like we did last year. And everything could have been good. But once the title gets involved and the spotlight is the brightest, she tends to lose her mind. But you know what? It is what it is. Because in my last match, I will beat you. And you know I could beat you. And Mercedes, when we get in that ring, I'm not going to look at you as a former friend. You my op now, and we're bitter enemies. And best believe, the main thing that you care about, the only thing that you cared about, I'm going to take it away. And that's the WWE Women's Championship. The only title in WWE, the only world title that I never had and never won, but I will against you. So Mercedes, you better grip long, hard, and tight to that WWE Women's Championship, because I'm coming for it and I'm taking it at SummerSlam. And you could bank on that, bitch. And it might drop. I think I did pretty good with Naomi's promo. I mean, comment down below, you know? But anyways, here we are, you know what I'm saying? They could do like tag matches. You know how they, you know, WWE, I ain't about to, you know, spoil you with the details. They could do like tag team matches against each other or something. Sasha, aka Mercedes, could like try to duck and dodge her or whatever. Like, tag out, like, you're not gonna fight me today or whatever. And then she could just attack her from behind, all the other good stuff, you know? And then we could do like backstage segments where they beat each other up and like constantly attacking each other, trying to one up each other and everything like that. We could do the pull apart and everything like that. The pull apart will probably happen like a week before SummerSlam to get everybody riled up. We could even do promo battles against each other, but let's just go ahead and skip on right into the main event. It'll be the main event at night 1 at SummerSlam, because we know that SummerSlam is 2 nights now. I don't know why, but hey, I guess WWE want more money. Next thing you know, we're going to do 2 nights for Royal Rumble. But anyways, let's get right on to it. It's going to be a competitive match. These two, you know, basically having a blood feud. They are going at it. They are fighting each other all around the arena. You know what I'm saying? It's giving Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock all over again, where they like all in the rafters and everything like that. And they could just go ahead and just be beating each other up. And then the referee could be like, get in the ring. We got to finish it in the ring. Finish it in the ring. So then they could get back in the ring. They could just beat each other up, you know, do a rough bump and everything like that. We're going to overbook it like it's the Attitude Era, okay? This is my vision, and this is how I want Naomi to go out on a gruntle. So this is what should happen. Then the referee gets knocked out. They kind of get back and forth, or whatever. So then Naomi tries to do the rear view where she bumps her butt or whatever on Mercedes, but then she winds up missing because Mercedes wound up like stopping herself on the ropes. And then, you know, the title was in the ring, so then she could just get it. Bam! And then she could just knock Naomi like silly. And then this is when the referee comes in, and then those commentators can be all like, oh no, not this way, not this way. And then Naomi kicks out, 1, 2, kick out. And then they, you know, Mercedes are like, no, what? Then it's like, you know, say, you know, she sells it, okay? So then this is when they go back and forth. Referee's view gets obstructed because, you know, they all like going back and forth and everything like that. So while the referee is trying to keep up or whatever, he gets slightly blinded. Mercedes winds up rolling up Naomi, but she's like near the ropes, and the referee's like busy like counting Naomi's shoulders on the mat. 3 count happens while Mercedes has her hand on the rope to get extra leverage. She rolls out of there, and then this is where the music hits, and your winner is Mercedes Moné. Or is she? Because then this is when Nick Aldis comes out and says, oh, no. We're not going to end Naomi's last match, retirement match, like that. You cheated. This match is going to restart now. So this is where Mercedes be like, what? No, restart. I won. I'm the champion. What do you mean? No. What? And then this is when they fight again for about probably like 2-3 minutes again, like further. Naomi winds up doing the rear view, trading off, you know, their finishers and everything like that. You know how WWE do. She does the rear view, and then she does the split-legged moonsault. 1, 2, 3. Your new WWE Women's Champion, Naomi. Yes. Naomi wins in her last match because, for one, This is the only title that Naomi have never won, the WWE Women's Championship. Matter of fact, hell, she never even won the Raw Women's Championship. She won the SmackDown twice. That is a crime in and of itself. And then for the pandemic to happen, and y'all didn't pull the trigger on that? Oh no, she's winning that Women's WWE Championship. Oh, trust and believe that. Mercedes Moné does not need the win, and I do feel like if it's her retirement match, she is going to put her friend over. I don't see no other, you know what I'm saying, way that they would do it. There's no other better way for Naomi to go out than win the world title, just like how Trish Stratus did. But I think just me personally, don't attack me now, okay? I think this will be bigger because, you know, they have a little bit longer of a history with each other. They both get it. They both are best friends, like in real life. I mean, Lita and Trish were too, but I think this match will be just a little bit bigger only because, like, the stakes, you know, the build up, everything like that. Trish and Lita kind of had like a short build up. It wasn't like a big storyline. They kind of got kept away for a long period of time, and then they kept circling back, like having little stare-offs and everything like that. But it never like really hit the fan until probably like, I want to say July, and that was like probably like one match or something like that, and then that was it. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was a mixed tag team match. Matter of fact, no, they had 2 mixed tag team matches, but then they kind of dead down or whatever. Like it was just on and off. Like it was just one-offs or whatever. Or they had like promo battles like after a year of them, like, you know, the Spider-Man meme. But anyways, like I said before, I think this will be poetic. Naomi finally wins the WWE Women's Championship away from her former best friend, and this is where Naomi have her big moment, have her son, because I think she's having a boy, her son in the ring and everything like that, and then she could be like, yeah, I'm the champion, man. Like, it'll be a beautiful moment, have Jimmy come out, maybe even Jay, like a whole family reunion, you know what I'm saying? I feel like Naomi deserves that, and that'll be one hell of a way to send off one of the greatest underrated women's wrestlers of all time. Like, Naomi's definitely grossly underrated. Like, it is grossly underrated. Like, it is disgusting, actually. And for her to actually get her flowers on the way out, I can't think of a better way than, you know, being put over by her best friend for the world title and then just sent off. Definitely, she deserves it for years of like disgraceful freaking booking and never winning the Divas Championship. Like, everything, it would all come together, and it will make sense if that were to be her last match.
Also, before I end this video, at this particular time, I meant to say this early on in the video. At this point, Sasha Banks, aka Mercedes Moné, would have won every major world championship. So then, you know, the win for Naomi would be even more important because she beat one of the most decorated and accomplished women in wrestling history, period. So for her to beat her in a retirement match, that would make it even more epic and special for her. So I just wanted to add that detail in as well in the video.
But comment down below, how do you feel about how I just booked Naomi's last match? Do you want to see Naomi's last match against Mercedes Moné? Do you feel like it should be against somebody else? Maybe Bianca Belair, maybe Jade Cargill, like maybe somebody else, you know what I'm saying? Comment down below, sound off in the comments, like, share, and subscribe, help me grow the channel. Your love and support is definitely greatly appreciated. Welcome. Peace, TJ. I'm out.
I would not be here without Naomi.